Welcome everyone, and thank you for taking time out of your busy schedules to join me today. Sorry, I know, bad joke. Coronavirus going around and such. Anyway, I called you all here today so we could get some conversations going about superheroes. So I thought, who better than some, knowledgeable people on superheroes? Before we go around the room, I'd like to introduce ourselves. Now I know Spider-Man 2, and it comes with the job. You already know each other, but for the rest of us, why don't we just say our names and something about ourselves? Hi, I'm Spider-Man 2, aka the real Spider-Man. None of that Tom Holland, Andrew Garfield garbage. But you can call me Spidey. And let's see, something interesting about myself is I've always wondered, should Spider-Man have to be Spider-Man, or can you live a normal life? Hi, I'm It Comes with the Job, 3 fascinating moral dilemmas superheroes face, but you can just call me CWJ. And, Spidey stole mine, but I've always wondered whether Spider-Man should have to be Spider-Man, and how far we should be chasing our ideals. Hi there, I'm with great power comes great responsibility, but you can call me Uncle Ben. And something interesting about me is that I think if you have superpowers, it's your job to use them. Hey, I'm anti-heroism in the continuum of good and evil. You can call me anti-heroism. Let's see. Something interesting about myself is that I specialize in the area of superheroes that are too bad to be good, and villains that are too good to be bad. The name's Pool. Deadpool. But you can call me anytime. Let's see. Something about me. Well, there was this one time this bald-headed Mr. Clean-looking dude turned me into a mutant, and then I bought myself one of those handy-dandy Spidey suits, gave my own little razzle-dazzle. Yeah, thanks again for that, Spidey. Then I just started killing stuff. I started killing stuff. My bad. I forgot this is for a paper being written by some 19-year-old and not a major Hollywood movie. Won't happen again. Now that we're all formally acquainted, I'd like to talk about the discussion question, which is, do superheroes have the obligation to use their powers for good, given that they can do more good than the average person can? Now, I'm just throwing it out there. Anyone can kind of shoot an answer at me or talk amongst yourselves. But the point of this is to have a nice, civilized conversation. Well, I think you have to find a balance between your superhero duties and your personal life. How do you figure? The way I see it is you can't just completely abandon people by not helping. That wouldn't be right. But you can't just endlessly try and save the city because that wouldn't be fair to yourself. See what I mean? Whatever you're selling here, Chief, I ain't buying. Let's take Spidey for example. Spidey, what happened when you put all your effort in being the best Spider-Man you could be? The city was doing great, but it had some negative repercussions. Like, I had 0 time for homework, my grades started to drop, I couldn't make it to a single one of my girlfriend MJ shows. Okay, that makes sense, but what happened when you put all your effort into your personal life? Well, you can imagine that the opposite effects happened. My grades went up, I had time for homework, my relationship with MJ was great, I went to all of her shows, but the opposite of the good things happened too. The crime rate in New York skyrocketed, and everyone lost their role model for good. I see where you're coming from, but the real question is, why should we care about using our powers for good at all? I mean, we already have the powers, so we can just use them for whatever we want. I gotta agree with anti-heroism on this one. I'm just trying to have some fun. And killing people's fun. Now here's what I think, and you can take this or you can ignore it, but I just wanted to throw in my 2 cents. Now, people have asked this question many times before, but you really gotta look at it through a few different ethical lenses. Lenses? But Uncle Ben, I don't wear glasses. Nope. Anyway, like I was saying, first lens is utilitarianism. Now with that, it would be immoral not to use your powers for good, because you're not doing the greatest good for the greatest number of people. But the second lens is non-consequentialism, and with that, your job is to treat every individual as a valued person, but that includes yourself. Therefore, it would be morally okay to choose not to use your powers and to live a normal life. But how does that relate to me and Deadpool? See, whether you choose to use your powers to help or not, you'll still be basing your decisions on how much good or bad it will do, Now, it may not pertain to a whole city, it may pertain to you personally, but still a decision based on good or bad. This pertains to you two specifically because sometimes what's best for you lines up with what's best for society, and that's why we might call you good. But we can't, because just as easily, if what's best for you doesn't line up with society, you'd still do it. And that's why we call you an anti-hero. And yourself, Deadpool, and others that operate in this way are the exception. Huh. Thank you for sharing your perspective with me. I don't think you would have ever thought to look at it in that way. Alright guys, any other questions? No. Okay. Alright, that about does it. Thanks for coming and hope we can do this again soon.